как нам выйти отсюда вообще? Так, 2 из 4 мы уже... Это нам не надо. Так, ладно. Так, опять мы здесь. Блять. А, вот. Это мы выплыли, я понял, мы просто поплавать решили заодно. Ага, блять. Не открыть, сука. Вот. И тут мы были. И в чем прикол? Да, вот, мы вернулись сюда. Все, идем. Как так получилось, что я... Мы что, всех захуячили?
What a massacre.
Defend! And rot! Take worth and rot! Worth and rot!
Ух ты.
Roll 10. Descend. Roll 10.
Вот же ж, блядь. Так, мы что-то как-то расслабили булки.
Descend.
What a massacre.
Roll 10. Roll 10. Roll 10. Descend. Roll 10. Make worth and rob. Roll 10.
Блять, вот так вот. Они лютые. Ну, конечно, они такие типы, они могут вырезать всю семью. Чем не вырезать-то? У них селенок хватает. Ну, это не то, что мне надо. Ну, теоретически, но нет. Ничего себе. Ничего себе. Так. Еще одну.
Wait. Isn't that Tama's cairn? Oh dear. I think we've found Sapadal's home.
That's it. The heart of the garden. Sapadal's cage.
This room. It looks just like Tama's. Tama. No. No. I dealt with this. We stood at his memorial together. What is this, Envoy? This is your God's prison, not mine. Before we visited his memorial, yes. But I thought I'd broke. I can't focus on his face. His features keep blurring, changing. I'm not sure. I know it's him, but I don't recognize him as the Tama I knew. It's like he keeps changing in front of me. Does that make sense? Then why does he look so unfamiliar? I used to remember his face so clearly from that night. He was in pain, but trying to... I see everything. All his moments at once. Joy, sadness, everything from the handful of years that I knew him and the decade. He's almost as... Yeah, all this time I kept him frozen in his worst moment. When he was... But now that I see him as... It's like he's free. You're right. It's like you said. I won't make that mistake again. And we've got farther to go before... I never thought I'd meet some... But you've made some tough calls, and you've kept your... So whatever comes next, now let's go find this god of yours. And when we reach them, what do you think we'll find? True enough. Let's end this. I'll follow your...
Так, ладно. Боже, и тут, блядь. Да что ж такое-то?
Eggsworth and Ross!
They're coming. Someone's eager to meet us.
Defend! Eggsworth and Ross!
That'll show.
Да, неплохо. Так они хотели меня сгреть. Но у вас ничего не получилось. А, ну тут мы были, да. Потрясающе. Не, ну реально
Sion is
потрясающе.
in its heyday, in its full splendor.
I should have brought my sketchbook.
Defend!
I'm not used to quiet.
Defend! Exworth and Roth! Up 10!
Палочка у меня четкая.
Up 10!
Как кусок говна.
Exworth and Roth!
Gather round.
Up 10! Up 10!
Onward, watch your left.
Defend! And Roth!
Onward, to the right. On your right.
Кто там, блядь?
Exworth and Roth! Defend! Up 10!
Ну, даже очень неплохо. Ну, конечно, жопа, да. Тут нас пытались раскидать, но у них ничего не получилось. Так, отлично. Вот же, блядь. Кабаненок жив. Кольцо дикой страница. О! Вот так вот. Колечко-то четкое взяли. Восстановление здоровья. Пусть медленно, но это лучше, чем ничего.
Come on! Come on!
Можно все и все можно улучшить. Ботинки дикие. Плюс 4 к ловкости. Ну нет. Так вот сделаем. Так. Твою мать, а? А, ну это я... Да, да. Это да, это я сам купил.
And rock!
Gather round. Bad on board.
And rock!
I was worried for a second.
Так. Ну, хорошо. Бедолаг всех этих замочил, да?
I'll never understand the love for death. Come on! Come on! This place seems less like a death trap. Maybe we could stop, catch our breath.
There's always a weird sort of quiet on the eve of battle. I'm feeling that now. Seems like a good time to gather our thoughts and share a drink, but
Right. This seems like a perfect place to...
though it's hard enough to tell what's real here without a belly full of drink.
Sounds like you're nervous, dearie.
I'm feeling all kinds of ways.
I feel it as well.
Oh, you don't have to worry. Getting to see that vision of Tama did me good. Now that we're here, same. I'd rather have good company.
I had a feeling you might ask me that. I'm not sure I've really worked through. I feel like we're almost done with all of this, but I'm completely baffled.
I think so. The garden is so much more. Truthfully, I didn't come all this way searching for my own answers. And now, we're close to something. So am I. None of us could have.
Well, I won't lie to you, but here we are. I just need a moment to take it all in. Thank you, dearie. And we'll be fine.
You've listened to all of us. How about you? You've been shipwrecked and assassinated, harangued by gods, bureaucrats. You've had your soul poked, your loyalties questioned, and your sleep regularly interrupted by a god with no respect for privacy. And yet you've kept yourself and all of us together. How are you really doing?
Introspection cannot be rushed.
Oh, for sure. You've survived this long. You'll get us where we need. Right. Put that sentiment away.
Well, no matter what happened.
We've already gone farther than Nandru ever did.
When we first met, I didn't think you. But then I saw how you handled that dream thrall bear. Shook off your own death. And then you confronted your own. It takes a special kind of strength to...
I didn't know much about you at that point. You were traveling with Kai and you died. Which I thought made a lot of sense.
Блять, и тут подъебал.
I remember your calm. How you listened to my shouting match with the governor. You saved my city and gave me a home I'll never forget.
You were my hero right away. You rescued me from those...
And now look at you. Look at us. Quite a lot, as it turns out.
Not to raise the sails before the anchor, but we left trouble in our wake. If we make it out of here, it won't be to a living land's sudden...
Just this once. Could we forget about the rest of the living?
So that doesn't mean it's Giada's...
I thought my stories were in...
If we can't take a moment to ourselves on a floating island outside reality, then I don't...
Right. We could all use some beauty rest. We'll...
Before we turn in for the night, I'd like a word in private.
Get some sleep.
На
There'll be
всю
plenty of time for
оставшуюся
sentiment
жизнь.
and hugging later.
Ну, что ты хочешь сказать?
I came here to help you do whatever you're supposed to do with your god friend. Instead, I'm here talking to dead people. It was, right. I will say... You're in a good place, then. It's been a bit of a ride, Envoy. I don't know. Yeah, quick. Anyway. If I must.
Hey, Giada. How are you holding up after seeing...
All this time, I thought my parents died in a freak, and in a way, they did. Generous? Perhaps. This whole experience. Look at what my... When you... No anima. I thought... I suppose one thing... Perhaps I believe through anima. Then again, on the other hand...
Блять, я не могу это уже читать.
The thought is... I have a... I know. Now I've only... Heck.
If anyone's gonna lead the way for animancy, I can't think of a better fit than you.
So those green people in the garden, those weren't your parents?
No. They were Sapadal's dreams given life. Ancient sentinels bound by loyalty.
And they were plants because...
Because that's all Sапpadal knew how to make. A smithy smiths. The baker bakes. The gardener gardens.
Right,
Так.
I understand.
It's all right if you don't.
Good, because
Что-то мы тут
I really
подзабылись.
don't.
Шепот изгнанников. Нет, это нам не надо. Так. В общем, надо заканчивать уже сегодня игру. У меня вот конец выходного, уже времени 12 час. 50-я серия уже загружается, это 51-я получается. И надо, короче, вложиться в нее. У меня уже 35 минут наснято здесь. То есть минут
Safe to assume that the
20-25
large
еще
glowing door
есть.
is part of Sапpadal's prison. Now, we just have to get past it.
Ну, отлично. О, это просто огонь. Так, компаньоном. Кто у нас там? Яцли. Вот так вот. Так. Барьер. Шаг в тени.
Sappadal's prison, I think. What else could it be? Time to shut it down forever.
Сейчас разберемся. Так, короче, мы не открыли те фишки, которые там были у нас, да? Ну, по пути нам попадалось очень много. И надо молнию его открывать. Но мы что-то ни одну не открыли. Одну дверь, но там ее было нельзя. Ух. Блять, нихуя себе. Вы заебали.
Defend! Up 10! And rob!
Командная работа. 28 почти уже. Ну как почти? Треть. Но все равно. 28.
Defend! Floor 10! Floor 10!
Целый мегаполк.
Up 10!
Э-э-э-э.
That's done. Who's hungry?
Вот, они там говорили про руки, ноги, там, что-то там, всякую ерунду. Вот, короче, мы потихонечку собираем все говно.
Careful with that thing. It has a mind of its own.
Пробитесь во
Seems like
внутренний
we've drawn a
комплекс.
crowd.
Defend! Floor 10! Take Worth and Rob! Up 10! Floor 10! And Rob! And Rob!
I'll let you have that one.
Так, ну чё? Все отлично. Тут что у нас? Может, воспоминания? Мы там были. Мы там были. Шепот изгнанников четкий у меня. Так. Так, ладно, мы тут всех отхуячили. Твою мать, а? Да вообще похую. Энергия сама восстанавливается, колечко
Looks like the
нормально
gate's open.
работает.
What are we waiting for?
Defend! Up 10!
Someone bigger than this.
Up 10! Throw up 10! And rock! Throw up 10! Throw up 10!
Так,
Up 10!
ах ты сука.
Worth and rock! Up 10! Up 10!
Фух. Неплохо так опыта тоже подняли, кстати, на них. Так, ну ладно, собираем. Отрубленная рука. Еще одна рука отрубленная. А, ну вот, 2 руки надо. 2 типов наебнул, 2 руки надо поставить. Ну, давайте, покажите нам концовку.
You have come at last, after so long. You are so small. We questioned if you were real. Then steps, a voice. Now. They choked our light. Click. We felt only the bars. We wish it could have been, but the other gods imprisoned us. But you are here now. You found. There is little time. The Strangler is close now. We feel her white. She begs for our. Her wolves defile the city on the shore. Blood. The people's cries ring in our ears. She pierces us now. Now! A spark. Wait. The essence. You can reach her. Will the garden to open. A wellspring of power. We strain, but we could clear. We were everything. What have we lost? We could run, leap in the water, flourish in forgotten hills. We must. We shall. We have been thinking of this. We mourn our past. We only seek peace now. A chance to regrow. We trust you. You met death. And where is your You know. Give us peace. We want a chance to change. We deserve that opportunity. Do you think we have learned? We deserve more than this prison. Or do you have no more mercy for us than you did for the bear? The beautiful thing. We asked what you would do with an animal that sickened after a fight. Do you remember what you said? Free us then. Let us be safe again. Let us exist. We want no more of their cruel. Grant the time. End our pain. Give us peace. Center, clear the fog. We were so blind. So
Может быть, это,
lost.
конечно, ошибка, но...
Such horror. We feel. We will grow. 10. We will remember you.
Ничего себе. Тут не все так просто, короче, да? Походу, я бог. Нет. Интересно, если ему ярость отпустить. Мне же для чего-то дали эту тему. Давай, скачи туда. Дай там всем дюлей.
Are we back in Dawnshore?
This is Sapadal's doing. I'm certain of it. Doubtful. While they were in...
Are you seeing this?
Looks like the war already started.
Marius, vines don't usually get...
Based on their growth and size, I'd say we've been...
For once, I wish... Who knows if the garden affected time, or merely our perception?
It's like how a body fights an infection. The fever gives you strange dreams.
Look at this place. Feels like we're still in. Those are more your people's ships in the harbor. And steel garrote banners past the barricades. That can't...
Even Raingrim is here. Perhaps we'll get to...
I think I see Elia as well.
The Blessed Wardens are here too. That conflict we've been trying so hard to prevent started without us.
If he didn't start this himself.
The steel garrote have been itching for a fight this whole time.
Before we go, what happened back there with the drink?
I'm not sure.
It's a relief that the Dream Scourge won't be a problem. Time will tell.
After all this time, they're free. And the living lands is...
We've cured the land, and we've even freed a caged god.
Да, денек неплохой.
You've saved the soul of the living lands. Now, we should take a look. See if we can get ahead of...
People seem to be gathering west of here. What?
Так. Короче, вот эти две я просрал. Это то, что дается память. Две памяти не увидел. Блин. Короче, ну блин. Чем я еще пользуюсь? Вот так. Короче,
How did you make it out here?
Guy! They marched in with no warning. Envoy! What does the Gorod think they're doing? What's the point of exploring if you just want to plant your flag? They broke some glass. They didn't think I would.
Right now?
If you're looking for survivors, a few of us fled.
How many?
I'm not sure. I saw Sapir. You always...
We should move. Let's hope the Garrote
Envoy, wait! Before... I took some supplies when I ran. I'll even give you a discount.
блять, нихуя у него. Пока ничего не надо. Так.
What happens in Dawnshore shall ripple.
The envoy.
Envoy? Is it really you?
Mihala told us you went into some place called...
When you didn't return, we took you for...
What did you see there? The god you felt in Makutadek?
The origin of the Dream Scourge? It was the act of a god.
Everyone, please, please. We could get to the... It's been weeks, Envoy. Finally, a raid.
I will not grovel at the envoy's feet for solving a...
If you wardens ever bothered to pull your heads out of your asses, you wouldn't take such...
You know nothing of me or my people. You fuck...
Warden Commander, look around you. Is this really the time?
We believe the Dream Scourge was a malady of the soul.
Sapadal was responsible for the Dream Scourge. Their rage, their confusion, their fear.
But the plague isn't over. Dream Thralls...
There won't be any new infections. We've put a stop to that for good. Unfortunately, there's little we can do for those already in the grip of the Dream Scourge. This will be a process.
I suppose it stands to reason. I found... What of this god, then? What...
The roots tearing into Paradise notwithstanding.
They erupted from the earth the moment those bastards stood up their first siege tower. Well, you might not believe me, but I did. It was Ludwine who called for the attack. She and her steel garrote laid siege to the city.
You did. I kicked her corpse when you weren't looking.
Well, she's seen better days, but you wouldn't know it.
Ludwine's plowed through the militia like a...
All right, let's keep the similes.
Oh, cheer up. You wouldn't be the first to make that mistake. Might not be the last. So long as her passion for Wodica lives, so too will her spirit.
Then we destroy her faith, and the rest of her will. I have a theory about this. Let's talk at camp if you want to hear it.
Oh, good.
It is not, I think.
We've had known you. From what we can observe, Southern Paradise is in...
Is there nothing?
Given the state of our supply, we expect the people trapped inside will run short of...
We brought as many Hail and Able from Thirdborn as would come. But after the Dream Scourge and our loss, we could spare so few.
Likewise, my wardens are still reeling from effect. The keep was saved, but there is much to repair. Most of my men remain at the keep. I can't risk them against the Steel Garrote.
Well, that's been a point of debate. We can't agree on how to stand against the Steel Garrote, nor who should lead.
Nobody wants to risk their people.
So you let the Paradise militia go it alone?
Even if our meager forces should make...
The siege won't end until Ludwig does. And none of you...
Precisely. The lawful settlement of a new Adirian colony, or the establishment of a... She could win with a godlike in her ranks. Your presence would serve. I suspect that's rather the point. If they don't believe in the strength... Remember, she has an obligation to Wodica, and neither the Steel Garrote nor the Queen that was look kindly upon Oathbreakers.
Because a victory here would discourage resistance. The better question is?
Excuse me? She's a 7-foot-tall skeleton powered by her devotion.
Sure. Just blame the dead woman. Very mature.
Who else should I blame exactly? Our envoy, perhaps? For not...
You could start with blaming your own... Why are you treating him with kid gloves when...
Enough. I've heard your concerns. The Inquisitor was so convinced the Living Lands would unite against Adir that she's nearly made it true. One people. One... That's what Ludwig thinks. Adir doesn't revere Wodica as fervently as it once did. Worship of Moghrim, Berith. Many no longer trust that the gods are listening. Some question whether they guide the wheel at all. The Empire lost its foothold. The well-bred avoid child-rearing in pursuit of cosmopolitan, in a world of soul against soul. How could I know what paths are... You and I both know she is not the... Even the Emperor can see in some step. Why else would we be here?
Oh, I can't wait to...
I know it will. We are leading by example, returning order and dignity. We will do the same to the frontier, given the chance.
Where was order and dignity when the Steel Garrote attacked my home?
My administration had nothing to do with that. Adirian rule and rule by the Steel Garrote.
Spoken like a fucking diplomat.
Order and dignity. That's what you think.
You will take it all, whether the chances...
What passes between Ludwig and her men, or between But if I had to guess, this was the old...
Your empire is doing what...
Your republics are hardly any different. They're...
As you say, we left the
Ludwig agrees. Our success would model the order.
You can say what you want, but you're still trying to subjugate us.
You think I'll ignore what I've seen with my own eyes?
When I think dignity, I think of the people who attacked Fjormes.
The Inquisitor answers only to Wodica. In attacking Paradise, she has dragged us all far... I've answered your questions. Now, Ludwig has sent a message to the Emperor informing him of her attack. He will send it. What will his representatives find when they arrive? A new colony. Before you face Ludwig, you should know what you're fighting for. But whatever you decide, understand the days of the front.
Excellent question.
You have seen more of this land and met more of its people than any of. You were empowered by the Emperor himself to invent. You are the close, and in our dealings together, I found you to be a. But mostly, it's because you're a Diran, so I trust you. And these fine. Well, don't. I believe you'll find the Emperor.
Solus will have no part in this, now or ever.
Thirdborn refuses to be involved. Test our cannons at your peril.
Fjord will be free and practice animancy.
We should never have tolerated a single Adiran on our shores. Our people showed them
Wonderful. I'm sure everyone will adore working under the yoke of
It is decided. I will tell the Emperor's men that leaves the matter of Ludwine and the Steel Garrote. She will not even the establishment of a cult. You must kill her, or we will lose.
Whatever happens to the living lands, at least
She better say her goodbye.
I'm proud to fight it.
Let's get to work.
The Paradise Militia will be at your back. Give her no quarter. The future.
Show them a fight, envoy.
We will. Let's just stay.
Let's.
Пойдем уже. Блять, как вы утомили меня.
We make a good squad.
Все, погнали.
You should be here. And roll.
О,
The worst come. I am ready.
ты со мной? Так это вообще шикарно.
I think I sprained my shoulder.
We shall turn. Let the worst come. I am ready.
Отлично.
And roll.
protect your back.
For our freedom!
Just what everyone needs at the end. Someone to watch it.
Didn't you explode just a little bit the last time we saw you?
Barely holding on, really. I'll always thank the gods that we took down the mines and crippled the living land's resistance. Survive. They flatter me. I'm barely hanging on. Those resistance bastards did a number on me, as you can see. On that note, I can't believe, after everything we why? And the others here are deserving. Why?
Странно очень. Я вроде императора не предавал, а по факту я, короче, как это, с оппозицией играю. Блин, какая-то хуйня вообще.
You won't stop us, even if I'm food.
Странно. Очень странно.
What are you doing here? I thought you left town weeks ago. About time. I saw a few on my way here. I imagine they've been waiting for this to happen. Listen, one of the Garot's units is scouting up ahead, maybe 5 strong. Take this key. It'll unlock the gate to the canal. You shouldn't find much opposition down there. I wish someone had stood up to the Steel Garot. Well, you're...
We should go now, while the fighting's died down.
Can you not hear the screaming outside?
She's right. We can't go now. Then when? Should we wait till the Garot set...
Stop right there!
Так. Не знаю, о каком ключе там они говорили, но мне пришлось их всех захлобучить.
Oh, big mistake!
Worth and rock!
The
быстро не получилось. Я думал, что на 49-й серии мы закончим игру, а тут нет. Тут еще вон движуха какая. И Сападала мы освободили.
We've got company.
Up 10! Up 10!
Ну, нормально. Помогли. Так. Так.
Envoy. Okay, right side of this.
Roll 10!
Nicely done.
Take worth and roll! Roll 10! Roll 10!
I'll fix it.
And roll! Roll 10! Roll 10!
I've got the plus under control.
Stop right there! Roll 10! Roll 10!
I was worried for.
Побоище просто. Просто побоище. Ну это мы любим. Так. Куда нам там идти-то?
Mordecai demands your submission. Stand against her and fall.
Let's pay Ludwig one final shall we?
There you are.
Let's make sure she stays dead.
So, you survived the garden. Did you come all this way just to try your luck again? Our conflict was foretold the moment you were born. You can no more avoid it than I can die. Look around, Envoy. Heelguard should have listened. He failed.
Her order wields sharp.
Well, well. Hilgard managed to do one thing right.
Not before you've dealt with that.
As for you, Sapadal's chains are broken, which means you're... I don't know how deeply you've been compromised, Envoy. Judgment has been passed. Steel yourself, Envoy.
We would not welcome her death. There is still ample shade for her beneath our tree.
And this time...
You really believe you can kill me as no one ever has? Hold nothing.
There's no coming back this time.
You won't be missed.
Once I'm done, your god of flame!
We are every seed in the soil. We will always grow.
Come on, let's get along. One last
один разошелся, все. Еще один, блядь.
Where are you? No! Don't abandon me now!
What is the thunder? Get her now!
Всё. Ну, так себе, не самое сложное.
Wherever Ludwig is
Умирала от
now,
меньшего.
She must be seething.
Of course, we'd be happy to kill her again, if needed.
She's done. But we're not. Whatever's next, we'll face it. Together.
Guys, you're all gonna make me sick. But carry on.
Unraveled at last. We no longer feel her wire against our flesh. We are free always. We are free forever.
Silence falls over Paradis, as though the city is holding its breath. Then you hear it, the ringing of a distant bell, the waving of banners, and cheers of victory. After a short and bloody conflict, the dust has finally begun to settle. You feel Sappadal close to your thoughts, stirring with interest. The god of the living lands is observing this moment, unfettered by confusion or fear. For the first time in centuries, they understand. The Paradis militia rallies to you, the outsider who defended them in their hour of need. Whatever happens next,
Хотя,
you have
блин,
won
я
their
вроде
confidence.
сторону Аудира выбрал, и один фиг они как-то меня направили, что я за повстанцев. Шляпа какая-то. Ну, это я просто потому, что, видимо, против Стальной огорода вышел. Черт его знает.
You take a moment
Непонятно.
to reflect on the calm. Not so long ago,
Как всегда,
you arrived at
непредсказуемая
these shores on a
концовка,
simple
как
errand,
в Pillars of Eternity,
which
в
turned out to
принципе.
be anything but simple. The dream scourge is over, and the island has been cleansed of plague. A time of healing, you tell them the truth. How the plague came from a power beyond. The Living Lands is now a colony of the Adiran Empire. New governments replace the old, and you showed the rebels of Paradis mercy, but they can never trust the Empire. Instead, they keep to the wilderness, always 2 steps ahead of Adir. Oh,
The Oracle Sargamus emerges from the Temple of Aethys, unburdened by any purpose but for the one you gave him. He sets out across the living lands in search of the sick,
lost and
Помню его,
grieving,
да, с
and he
Аргамиса.
gives them the comfort of fellowship where he can. When his energy flags, he recalls the compassion you extended him, and he returns to his work with renewed devotion. His new labors cannot fill the hole left by his god's passing from the world, but they give him succor during the long hours of the night. The refugees of Emerald Stair resettle in Thirdborn, bringing their skills and research to aid the local community. What starts as an uneasy partnership blossoms into a bond of trust. In time, the people of Emerald Stair return to their city of Fior Messiverno. However, the Empire does not tolerate forbidden research. Animans, the older Thirdborners who remember Rawatai, know that life under an empire is cyclical. In time, Adir's might will fade. But the younger kith of the settlement remember what Thirdborn used to be, while having lost so many to an archmage's spell, and straining under the... For a brief but hopeful moment, Solace Keep opens the fortress doors to the new rulers of the Living Lands, allowing adherents to come and go as they please. But the peace does not hold. Lacking patience for the Empire's unyielding demands, when Kai leaves the Living Lands, he is no longer running. For the first time in many years, he can face the future. He returns to Rawatai, committed to peace for his people, those he left in... With many of his anxieties and lifelong fears addressed, Marius now feels very differently than he did when he first met the envoy. Still far more comfortable in the wilds than among people, he nonetheless finds that his worries about the unknown were merely self-protection against the traumas of his childhood. Armed with this knowledge, he finds Giada continues to improve as an animancer. She dedicates her work to the spiritual health of the Living Lands, nurturing instead of exploiting. Others follow her example, seeking her tutelage from lands far and wide.
Нет,
In the years to
второй
come,
финал я не
a secret
потянул.
society
Нет,
gathering in the
не буду.
wilderness, where animancers work in harmony with nature.
Мы и так, в принципе,
The
все хорошо
dream
сделали.
of Fior Messiverno, no longer under the threat of imminent death, Yardsley returns to the Animancers. Reunited with her beloved Quilici, she helps him and the Animancers as they put their lives together after the attack on Fior Messiverno. Eventually, she even has something nice to say to Vidal. Freed from torment for the first time in centuries, Sapadal turns their prodigious curiosity to the people that shaped them. They observe the ways their people live, and they think deeply about what they see. Though they flinch away from moments of violence, and they grieve souls returned to them too soon, the rage that once shook cities to rubble no longer rules them. Instead, they come to you with questions.
Хороший финал.
They want to understand. Sappadal pours a fragment of their power into the statue they claimed from the temple of Aethys. Newly embodied, they roam the living lands and learn to experience the world as Kith do. Their first attempts at locomotion are clumsy, and a stand of innocent trees is violently returned to the wheel. But as their confidence grows, so does their grace. Soon, they are bounding across the plains of eastern Dawnshore, leaping the river gorge in Emerald Stair, scaling the shark's teeth of Shatterscarp, and fearlessly wading into the Tusk's acid sea. The sounds of celebration pull you out of reverie. Many are waiting to greet you with open arms. You take a moment to catch your breath and save.
Да, игра супер. Прям вот 5 баллов.